Hello everyone. In the previous lectures of energy technology, we have started new chapter which is the fuel cell. So in the fuel cell chapter, we are just looking a basic overview. Okay. So why we need a fuel cell, what is a fuel type, classifications, okay, and the next is types of fuel. So let's continue our previous topic. So basically, as per the fuel used, the fuel calls are classified L. That means the fuel cells are basically divided on the basis of uses. What are the uses of the fuel cell, and then what are the applications to be where we have to use the fuel cell. So it is called the classifications. Basically it is hydrogen cell, fossil fuel cells, hydrocarbon fuel cell, alcohol fuel cell, hydrogen fuel cell. Let's see the basic introductions about the fuel cell, how it can be, basically it is used, and what is the principle behind the fuel cell. So it is an electrochemical device. Fuel cell is electrochemical device, first of all, which converts hydrogen and oxygen into water. Hydrogen and oxygen both are used in converting it to the water and also producing the electricity and heat in the process. During this process, this electrochemical cell will release the electricity and also release some amount of heat. So this is the basic principle of the fuel cell. So basically fuel cell is electrochemical device which is convert hydrogen and oxygen into water and produce the electricity and also heat in the process. During the process it release the heat. It is much like a battery that can be recharged while you are drawing power from it. It is much like, it is similar, or it is much like to the battery. You can just simplify it, give them a current, and you can also recharge while you are drawing from it. Okay, once you are getting electricity from it, then after you can further recharge this device like battery. It is provide a DC voltage. It is provide DC voltage that can be used to power motors, lights, and many numbers of electrical appliances. This fuel cells is provide us a DC current, direct current, in terms of direct voltage, and this direct voltage we can use in the various power applications like motor, lights, and any number of electrical appliances. Our daily appliances is like TV, televisions, fridge, ACs. Okay. Fuel cells different from a conventional cell in the respect that active materials, fuel and oxygen, that means hydrogen and oxygen, are not contained with the cell but are supplied from the outside. Fuel cell is different from the conventional cell. Conventional cell, that means we are using a battery cells, lithium ions. Basically, if you see in the lithium ion construction, batteries construction, where anode and cathode both are dipped into the electrolyte, and then all these things, anode, cathode, and the electrolyte, they are on the on the single thing. But this fuel cells is totally different, where oxygen and fuel, that means hydrogen, which are not combined or which is not contained within the cell, but they are supplied from the outside to other supplies one side of the fuel cell, at where we are supplying hydrogen, and another side we are supplying the oxygen. Okay, so in short, hydrogen and oxygen, they cannot be stored, or we cannot apply in a single system. They both are supplied from the other outside end. It is pure or fairly pure hydrogen gas would be preferred fuel for a fuel cell. In this sentence, the fuel cells is required highly purified hydrogen gas. So basically, this hydrogen fuel cell requires the best and excellent quality of the hydrogen gas, okay, for the fuel cell manufacturing. The alternatively impure hydrogen obtained from the hydrocarbons fuels such as natural gas, methane, LPG, and liquid petroleum products can be used in a fuel cell as a fuel. Other alternative option is that impure hydrogen, you can use also impure hydrogen, which is obtained from the hydrocarbon fuel cells or other natural gases from the हाइड्रोजन इज गेटिंग, जहाँ से हाइड्रोजन मिल रहा है. सो ऐसी बहुत सी एप्लीकेशन है लाइक मीथेन और लाइक LPG एंड अदर लिक्विड पेट्रोलियम गैस प्रोडक्ट्स. So at that we can use from these applications the hydrogen gas as a fuel cell. Efforts are going to on develop of cells that can be used carbon monoxide as a fuel. For the research purpose, for an innovation side, we see that the fuel cells are developing research. Basically, they are innovations on the field of carbon monoxide, which is replaced by the hydrogen. Carbon dioxide nahi, carbon monoxide, C, as a fuel. If it is are successful, so it should be possible to utilize coal as the primary energy sources. So if it is a possible, then the coal is the one of the best at that time primary source. That is the main use of fuel cell are in the power production. Power production, it means in terms of electricity productions. So basically where it is used, power productions, electricity productions, automobile industries, automobile, that means automobile vehicles, and in especially military use, especially for military use of the fuel cells. So mainly fuel cells are used basically in the purpose for the energy productions, as well as the automobile industries, electricity productions, and the specially used in the military use. Now let's a detailed discussion or discussion about the fuel cell. What is a fuel cell, and which kind of exact chemical reactions is done in the fuel cell? What should we have to we have to take as a anode, as well as which one will we have to take as a cathode, and how it works, and which chemical reactions occurs in this process. So fuel cell is an electrochemical device that combines hydrogen and oxygen to produce electricity with water and heat as its byproduct. Okay, so basically it is the clear from the sentence. So it is an electrochemical device in which we are using hydrogen and oxygen, bothly are separated, and the purpose is that to produce electricity. And we are if during this process there is a byproduct is achieved as a heat from the water and also water. So both these are the water and electricity. Okay, next, fuel cells are electrochemical cells. It is an electrochemical cell which consists of two electrodes and an electrolyte, which converts the chemical energy of the chemical reaction between fuel and oxidant directly into electrical energy. So the basic fundamentals is little bit same to the battery. Battery also having a one anode and one cathode and electrolyte. So similar, fuel cells are also having two electrodes, which is called as a anode and cathode, and the electrolyte will be filled between them two electrodes, and directly the electrolyte which converts the chemical energy of these chemical reactions into electric energy. So they are the reaction between fuel and oxidant. जो फ्यूल है दैट मीन्स हाइड्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन के बीच में रिएक्शन करेगा, और रिएक्शन में से क्या मिलेगा? एनर्जी, एंड इट इज डायरेक्टली कन्वर्टेड इनटू द एन इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी. So basically overall reactions of the hydrogen fuel cells are given by, so oxygen fuel cell is basically, if we are taking a 2 mole of hydrogen gas is reacted with the 1 mole of oxygen, it gives water, but the 2 moles of water, anode and cathode in between they filled, they in between we are filling a electrolyte. Okay, one side is an anode, and there we are supplying a H2, and the another side we are supplying O2. Then the byproduct is H2O and heat, and we can just directly give them a load connection. It will give the electricity. What is the fuel cell technology is important? Sorry, why is the fuel cell technology is much important? So ऐसे कौन कौन सी पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है, कौन कौन से पॉइंट्स है जिसकी वजह से हम फ्यूल सेल का यूज़ करने को बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट समझे. सो व्हाट इज़ द फ्यूल टेक्नोलॉजी इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट. Why fuel technology is important? Okay, so since conversion of fuel to energy takes place via electrochemical process, not a combustion. So first point is that it indicates that this energy is electricity's energy is generated from the chemical process. If we are doing only the chemical reaction between hydrogen and oxygen, they are justly simplified, they are just simply connected with each other, okay, and then it gives the electricity and water and heat as a byproduct, okay. So there is a nothing, that means there is a nothing, combustion is arrived, that means there is a not combustion process take place, only the chemical reactions is take place. So basically, due to the combustion, we know that if we are combustioning any chemical processes, that they are producing various types of uh, pollutants in terms of heat or in terms of air or in terms of liquid or many things. So if we are if we are seeing about the combustion, so combustion, that means they are reducing the pollutions, they are increasing the pollutant, and pollutant gases and other pollutant products are releasing from the combustion. So at that point, or in that, at this point of view, say, in this point of view, this uh, fuel cell technology is better than the combustion processes. Okay, it is clear, quiet, and highly efficient process, 2 to 3 times more efficient than a fuel burning. It is very clean technology. There is no more further process is required, no more equipment or high cost, capitalized cost. It is simply required a system at where a simple hydrogen, pure hydrogen is required, as well as the oxygen. So these are the basic, and this will be the clean technology. It is very quiet, they cannot generate any pollution and noise and everything, and it is much efficient process compared to the consisting conventional processes. Also it is to select 3 times it is more efficient than the burning or the combustion processes. So fuel cells, if we are using a fuel cell, so fuel cell is more efficient than the combustioning products, or like petroleum combustion products. So basically it is more efficient, okay. So that's why it is much important to use a fuel cell. How does a fuel cell work? फ्यूल सेल कैसे वर्क करता है? So let's see the next point. How does a fuel cell work? It operates similar to a battery, but it does not run down, nor does it require recharging. Simply, fuel cell is similar work as a battery. We are seeing a battery. Battery is basically a secondary renewable, a secondary type of battery, lithium ion or lead acid batteries. They are simply, we can used and reused. Okay, we can charge and recharge it. Okay, but it is similar that, but we cannot recharge the fuel cell. If we are using this fuel cell, hydrogen and oxygen, both are take into the one place, and then it is the chemical reactions is done on the this reactant, and it gives the electricity. Okay, once you get it, we cannot is to charge it. As long as a fuel is supplied, a fuel cell will produce both energy and heat. So the one more advantage is that fuel cell is not only generating the electricity, but it is also generating as a water in terms of heat and energy. Okay. A fuel cell consists of two catalysts coated electrodes surrounding an electrolyte. फ्यूल सेल के अंदर जो भी कैटलिस्ट दो टाइप के दो कैटलिस्ट यूज होते हैं। एक क्या होता है, दोनों जो इलेक्ट्रोड है, एनोड एंड कैथोड, दोनों के लेयर के ऊपर उसको रैपिंग किया होता है, उसके ऊपर लगाया हुआ होता है सराउंडिंग द इलेक्ट्रोलाइट, और इलेक्ट्रोलाइट से अलग रहेगा। बराबर। तो ये रहेगा पहला, जो किसके ऊपर रहेगा, ये पूरा इलेक्ट्रोलाइट के ऊपर रहेगा, जो एनोड और कैथोड दोनों को अलग करेगा। फर्स्ट, वंस अगेन आई रिपीट, अ फ्यूल सेल consists two catalysts. One is coated surrounding the electrolyte, एक को इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स के साथ सराउंडेड कोटेड किया जाएगा, और द सेकंड वन इज one electrode is an anode and other it is a cathode. Okay, so दोनों को कोटेड किया जाएगा। When a process is begins, then hydrogen molecules enter the anode. जैसे ही प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होगा, जैसे हमने हाइड्रोजन सप्लाई चालू किया, सो हाइड्रोजन मॉलिक्यूल्स आर गोज्ड ऑन द एनोड। जैसे हम प्रोसेस चालू करेंगे, एनोड के ऊपर हाइड्रोजन जो भी रिएक्टेंट्स है वो आना शुरू हो जाएंगे। ठीक है। एंड द कैटलिस्ट कोटिंग सेपरेट्स हाइड्रोजन्स नेगेटिव चार्जेड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्रॉम द पॉजिटिवली चार्जेड प्रोटॉन्स। वी आर नो दैट there is an sp2o, spo2, the orbitals and all these things we have already learned. So during the process, catalyst is coated. We already discussed that the catalyst is coated surround the anode and cathode, and they separate hydrogens, and they are doing the job is that they are सेपरेट जो हाइड्रोजन के अंदर रहेला, हाइड्रोजन के अंदर जो रहा जो है इलेक्ट्रिक पॉइंट, इलेक्ट्रिक आयंस, उसको उसमें से रिमूव करेगा। प्रोटॉन, न्यूट्रॉन एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, तो ये तीन होते हैं, तो उसमें से न्यूट्रॉन को पॉजिटिव आयंस, नेगेटिव चार्जेड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को पॉजिटिव चार्जेड प्रोटॉन से अलग कर देगा। सो द मेन वर्क ऑफ द So the main work of these catalysts is to separate out the electrons from the protons in the hydrogen. Then the electrolyte allows the protons to pass through the cathode, but not the electrons. And here the second role play is done by the electrolyte. And electrolyte is only doing a job. It can do pass only the protons from the electrolyte and go through the cathode and goes to cathode, not electron. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन को पास नहीं होने देगा, ओनली खाली प्रोटॉन्स जो है जितने भी सारे उतने प्रोटॉन्स को वो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट में से पास होकर कैथोड पर जाने के लिए उसको एग्री कर देगा, but not an electron. So instead of electrons are directed through an external circuit which create electrical current. और एनोड और कैथोड को हम दोनों को मिलाएंगे, दोनों को जॉइंट्स करेंगे, so they can generate the electricity. Okay, they can generally directly produce the electricity. While the electron pass through the external circuit, oxygen molecules pass through the cathode. जैसे ही एनोड पे जो मटेरियल एनोड पे रहे जो अभी है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स उसको लीव करेगा। जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट को हम बनाएंगे, उस एनोड और कैथोड को ज्वाइंट्स करेंगे, उसी टाइम पे जो एनोड है वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को पास करेगा और कैथोड जो है वो ऑक्सीजन मॉलिक्यूल्स को पास करेगा। So there are oxygen and protons combined with the electrons after they have passed through the external circuit. If the next step is oxygen and protons from the cathode and oxygen also, they are combined with the electrons. બંને electron ક્યાંથી થાય છે remove? Electron is removing from the anode and cathode પરથી cathode से protons and oxygen. So these protons and oxygens is react with hydrogens and they can connected by the external circuit, they can generate the electricity. When the oxygen and protons are combined with the electron and it produces water and heat. When at that time of the contact between the cathode's component and anode's component. From anodes it is an electron and from cathode oxygen and protons. So this will when both these are connected, they will generate electricity as well as the water and heat. So we can see that on the figure. So we can more understanding about the fuel cell. So at one end where is an anode and another end where it is a cathode. So एनोड पे हम लेंगे हाइड्रोजन फ्यूल सेल को सप्लाई करेंगे और इन टर्म्स ऑफ कैथोड वी आर सप्लाइंग ऑक्सीजन फ्रॉम द नेचर, फ्रॉम द एयर. सो एनोड कैटलिस्ट क्या करेगा? जैसे हमने देखा एनोड इज डूइंग अ जॉब, कैटलिस्ट इज डूइंग अ जॉब विच इज रिमूव प्रोटॉन्स फ्रॉम द हाइड्रोजन एटम्स. जो हाइड्रोजन है फ्यूल उसमें से प्रोटॉन और इलेक्ट्रॉन में से इलेक्ट्रॉन को सेपरेट कर लेगा और हाइड्रोजन प्लस जो आयन है H प्लस एंड E माइनस, दैट मीन्स E आयन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को पास नहीं करेगा जो इलेक्ट्रोलाइट है हमारा. तो बेसिकली इट इज़ अ पॉलीमर इलेक्ट्रोलाइट मेम्ब्रेन होगा जिसके अंदर से हाइड्रोजन जो है दैट मीन्स इसके अंदर से ओनली प्रोटॉन्स आयन विल बी पास्ड आउट. प्रोटॉन्स आयन पास्ड आउट होंगे और वो कहाँ पे जाएंगे? कैथोड पे. एट दैट टाइम द रिएक्शन इज स्टार्टेड एंड देन this H plus ions is reacted with the O2 ions and then it will goes by external circuit and it generates the electricity and also it gives the water or heat. So this is the basic chart, or we can say that the basic fundamentals of the fuel cell. You have to just remember that we cannot put down hydrogen and oxygen on a single system, but we have to continuously supply, or we have to supply hydrogen at one end and oxygen at the one another end, and then after it releases the electricity and water as well as a heat as a byproduct. Also you have to remember that this is not a complete battery, but it is looks like a battery working. The battery working and this batteries and these fuel cells are working basically in the same purpose, but the raw materials they are supplying the other separately. So these are the hydrogen fuel cell. Now there is an various of fuel cells we are discussed. So that is fuel cells, hydrogen fuel cells we are discussing. Then second one is fossil fuel cells, hydrocarbon fuel cell, alcohol fuel cell, and hydrogen fuel cells. These are the types. So basically we have to change the fuel cells, we have to change the fuels by the fossil or by the hydrocarbons or by the some alcohols we can use. Also we can use some hydrogens to produce the electricity. And this is the one another as a simple graph is given that which indicates that fuel cells, types of fuel cells, and what are the anode and what are the cathode material, what should be the electrolyte we are using, we have to use, and what is the efficiency and what are the temperature it should be maintained. So let's see, the first is proton X membrane, and so various types of membrane and electrolyte and types of fuels are available. So from this point we will continue our lecture on the next session.